Assessment. Situation general outline. Erskine Mutu Hotel, Harbour Road, Erskine. The communists and left-wing homosexual activists have completely failed to organise to stop the Erskine Says No protest. The communists and homosexual activists have completely failed to bully and harass the Erskine Says No protest using intimidation techniques such as shouting, swearing, name-calling, challenging to fight. Enemy forces are punctual and turn up at exactly 11:40 hours. Their numbers vary considerably depending on the other events the enemy has to cover. For example, demonstrations elsewhere in Scotland. Enemy numbers are 17 to 27, and it is the same old faces. This is still far too small a force to implement a kinetic defeat on us. Although our numbers are slightly less, we are more motivated to meet them head on. Any trouble flaring out coming from them, then the police will be called in the first instance, and the police can fight with them. We must protect the local people at all costs. Considerations. Police. The police have withdrawn due to allegedly running out of funding. The reason the police withdrew is because the Erskine Says No protest has moved away from the extremist communists and homosexual activists. Although every week the communists and homosexual activists are observed attempting to get close to the Erskine Says No demonstration in order to intimidate, harass and bully the local residents. Considerations. Migrants. Generally speaking, they keep themselves to themselves. Erskine Says No people has experienced about a handful of about 5 of them who have been fired up with left-wing propaganda and allowed themselves to be manipulated into video intimidation of our protest by filming us. Plan. To arrive at Harbour Road, Erskine, and set up the Scooby-Doo protest peace camp by erecting the tents and gazebo. This will give the local people a focal point to gather and protest, offering shelter, warmth, a hot drink and a comfortable seated environment for local people who wish to come and discuss all matters freely without fear of the Scottish Government's fondness for punishing the Scots who wish to speak out. Sequence of events. Build up the Scooby-Doo peace camp. Set up the flag parade and banners to screen off enemy eyes. Deploy the banners to the embankment and roundabout perimeter to catch the eye of passing traffic. To cover the roundabout in our banners to raise awareness in the wider community that we want to start a conversation. To deploy the bigger banners utilising rope, poles, tape, bricks and anything left to hand. Objectives. To set up at Erskine Says No Scooby-Doo Peace Camp, avoid bail conditions, raise awareness through slogans and banners, engage passing, stop traffic and footfall in polite, civilised conversation about immigration. Take pictures of the banners and flags in action at the Erskine Says No Scooby-Doo Peace Camp to prove it actually happened with a date and timestamp. To further demoralise enemy forces. To continue to promote boredom with the police. The way we will achieve this is by sticking to the routine, erect the flags and screens and take the roundabout. Colleagues, the roundabout is the key to the hearts and minds of the local people.
Erskine Says No support group, and we came here to Aberdeen today with our radical banners. Our radical banners that was made up during the epic Erskine struggle. At that time we were the only act of defiance in Scotland. And we blazed the trails with our radical banners. And these radical banners have been as far as London. And this is the furthest north that they've been. Sons and daughters of Scotland, we are one people, one nation, with a shared blood and shared soul. When something is stolen from one of us, we all lose something. When one of us is injured, we all bleed. And when we rise up together. The future that our forefathers here in Scotland tried to build and pass on to their future generations of Scots has been sold by traitors to foreign powers. They have handed over our children's futures to people who do not cherish it. They will destroy it. They will destroy everything that our people have built. For this unforgivable betrayal of the Scots, they will be remembered as liars and killers of the worst kind. They will be held up as a cautionary tale, and their dishonoured memory will serve as a warning to others who may be tempted by 30 pieces of silver. The sovereignty of our country, the safety of our children, our women, our elderly, our vulnerable is not negotiable. No price is too high to pay out to defend them. Every day more men of military age flood into our country, just pushing their way in with the intention of taking possession of our inheritance, our country, facilitating our demise. They are freeloaders. They are parasites who care nothing for our laws or our way of life. They prey on our children, and anyone who opposes them is branded as racist. The government has created hate speech laws to criminalise the criticism of these monsters. They want you to think that being a rapist is worse than being a racist is worse than being a rapist, so that they can bully you into silence. We will not be silent. We will stand up. We will speak out. We don't care if you call us racist. That trick will not work anymore. They all need to be sent back to where they came from. They just do not belong here.
Send them home! 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 Send them home!
Our government is the architect of the mass migration movement. They are complicit in the crimes of those that they have brought in. The political establishment, the Unity Party, the media and the police, the politicians bring them in. The media conceals their crimes and the police intimidate anyone who tries to stop it. We will not be intimidated. Time and time again we see mainstream media outlets downplaying the crimes of migrants and their descendants. The problem has gone from bad to worse over time. Successive generations of migrants have not integrated. Far from it, they have created enclaves. Where they live amongst themselves, they steadily expand to consume whole schemes, whole towns and cities. And as they continue to do so, we slide further in the dreaded direction of being a hated white minority in our own homeland. When this happens, the problem will only get worse. We must make a stand now for our children's sake, lest the country that they inherit off us will be ruined and worth nothing. We must have mass deportation of foreign criminals. This is the only way to save our country, to save our children. They try to hide the true scale of the problem. They always describe the perpetrators of these crimes in favourable terms. They turn aggressors into victims and victims into aggressors. They tell us that these monsters are the victims of a cultural clash from a systematically racist system, and that the girls that they prey on are racist bigots pushing racist stereotypes under our eyes. When these vulnerable girls are taken to the police for help, they discover that law enforcement does more to protect the migrant than it does protect the girls who have been raped, the victims of the actual crimes. So few reported crimes in this country are actually solved, yet there is no shortage of offence officers when hate speech laws are being enforced. Because the blatant two-tier system, these girls have been able to operate, these rape gangs have been able to operate with impunity for decades and have accumulated hundreds of thousands of victims, many of them will never get any justice. We need to cut them all out, no excuses, no exceptions, mass deportations now. Sir.